Hi, welcome back to another series in our half-hour organizing project. We are still in the kitchen this week. There's so much to do in the kitchen that we could spend weeks and weeks here, but today we're going to do the spice cabinet. This tends to be an area where a lot of people get stuff stuck up in there and never see it again, and there's a lot of expired things, and I get questions on how do I make it actually organized. So you can do this project in a half an hour if you follow these simple steps I'm going to show you right now. I did a little bit of prep work so that you could see, and I want you to see all the spices I took out of my cabinet. So these came all out of these two spaces you'll see in just a second. And one thing that's important is you need to go through each of these and make sure that they're not expired, and if you have duplicates that you can marry them up so that you're not putting back in as much. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have in here. Is I'm going to use this two-tiered turntable. Picked this up at Walmart. It's the right dimension, so make sure you measure from the back to the front of the cabinet for the diameter of turntable that will fit in here. And then up here I have a set of, and they're called spice rack organizers. They're a series of risers. And then if you can see all the way to the tip top, those have already been nicely done, and those are my, cooking or baking flavorings, okay? So what we're going to do, and I'm going to come back to you in a few minutes, and we are going to, you're going to see what I did, and I promise you, make this simple. It can be done in a half an hour, okay? So I'll see you back in a few minutes. Hi, well, we're back, and I have finished doing my own spice cabinet, and it took less than a half an hour, and I want to show you what I did and some things that I consolidated and some tools that I used to do it, okay? So if you look right here, I had 4 duplicate bottles of spices. I was able to consolidate it. I would throw in these big, and those are big bottles, so I was able to get rid of all of those. And then let's look at the actual cabinets. Down here, these are what I use the most. I use this turntable because these little guys I use a lot, and they're a little bit harder to organize. So this is my everyday stuff. And then over here are like some pepper, salt, and a couple big backups of things. Up at the top, how I did this here, and you can, if we were able to look all the way at the back here, what I put at the back is stuff that I don't use as often. And then at the front, these spices right here I use a lot, almost every single day. And so those I want just right there in my face. I don't want to have to dig for them. And then up here at the very top, I don't bake as often as I cook. So I put all of the things that I would use for baking, everything from vanilla flavoring to baking powder, baking soda, and then anything I might use in cakes or muffins or anything like that. And that's how I organized it on ease of use and how often I access stuff. Okay, so all that I used was a turntable and then the stackable risers that you can buy Walmart, Target, any home improvement store. And I took everything out, was able to consolidate, throw out any old spices because they do expire, and then put it all back in there based on how often I use it. Okay, so I look forward to seeing your after photos, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on Facebook at Simplified Living Today. Thanks.